Let me tell you about the key to consistency. You're watching this video. There were thousands of videos you've seen today. This is one of 12 videos on your homepage, and you clicked on this video. You decided to. And that's for a reason. It isn't by mere coincidence or chance that you found and you stumbled upon this one video. Because you have these goals, you have these missions, you have these ambitions, and you know that consistency is important, maybe one of the most important things. So the question is, what is the key to consistency? What is one thing, or maybe one mindset shift that might just be the world's difference between you being consistent and you not being consistent? You having all the troubles and all of the obstacles that you have now, and you actually achieving your dream life. So the key to consistency goes like this. I've been consistent for the years I've been on social media, posting every single day with anything I've done, with video games, with just anything I've set my mind to. Sports, gym, the habits, reading, writing, everything I've set my mind to. I have this track record of just being consistent and just doing something for so long and not failing, not quitting early, not stopping myself from just keep on going every single day. So it goes like this. The key to consistency is obsession. You heard that right. Michael Jordan, why did he become a big success? You guessed it, because of consistency. So he was consistent in the sense that he would wake up, play basketball. He would play basketball for the entire day and then go to sleep, and then wake up, play basketball, have lunch, go play basketball again, have dinner, go play basketball again. He was in the gym for the majority of the day. And he did this not just for 1 week, not just for 2 or 3 weeks, for a month. He did this for years, maybe even decades. I'm not even sure. But he did this for such a long time that people would be like, how is that even possible? How does that even make sense? Because the average mind cannot comprehend this amount of obsession, this amount of just pure will and grit towards what you want to achieve, towards your goals. Let me ask you this. If Michael Jordan would play chess in the morning for 2 hours, and then he would continue, have lunch with his family, go out with his friends, and then play basketball for like an hour or two, and then, I don't know, maybe go outside with some friends, with his girlfriend, or do something else. Okay, maybe even have some tea, and then play some basketball at night. I mean, does it make sense that Michael Jordan would be who he is today, or who he was at his peak, if he didn't have this level of obsession and consistency? No. Because there are people who have done that, who have played chess in the morning for 2 hours and do something else for another hour and then play basketball and then do that and then do that. You know who that is? No, you don't, because that person is not successful enough for you to know them, because they were splitting their time up between so many different things that they never really truly mastered one thing. They were never truly consistent with one single thing, which is actually what's so important. Because I could literally decide, okay, I'm going to train and practice 10 different things. I'm going to do martial arts here. I'm going to try calisthenics, go to the gym. I'm going to start writing every single day. I'm going to go on marathons. I'm going to make a YouTube channel, post on YouTube. I'm going to take up math classes, master chess. I'm going to master coding as well because I feel like it. I'm going to start day trading as well. I mean, I'm going to be maybe not even good at all of those things, but even if I get good at all of those things, I'm not really great at anything. I'm not really outstanding at any single thing. And that's a problem because the competition is super high with anything you do. So my question is, if you want to beat the competition, if you want to get ahead of everybody, you're going to have to be the best. And nobody is going to clap for you just because you're good or average at 10 different things. People only clap for you. People are only going to cheer you on. Your name is only going to be known. And you're only going to have the success when you just become so good at one thing that you stand out. And the way you become so good at one thing is you spend more time doing that one thing. And how do you spend more time on one single thing? You take time away from other things because there's only 24 hours in the day. Michael Jordan didn't have 58 hours in a single day. He had 24 hours in a day, but he would just cancel everything out. He would not do the things that are kind of unnecessary, kind of a waste of time. And he would just focus on this one thing. He would just focus on basketball, just basketball. Nothing else was in his mind. 90% of his entire thoughts and thinking was just literally one single thing, was literally basketball. That's it, nothing else. And you might think, it's no surprise that he actually achieved what he achieved because he became the best at it. Why? because he spent the most time doing it. He was the most consistent. So the key to consistency is just simply being obsessed, wanting it bad enough, knowing that this is the only thing, like nothing else makes sense for you. This is the only life path you can imagine for yourself. This is the only thing that gives you comfort. In a world of distress, in a world of stress and anxiety and panic and surrounded by people who might be negative, you know, the only comfort you find is in your craft. And your craft isn't 10 things, it's one thing. The one thing you can focus on, which might be basketball, it might be coding, it might be YouTube videos, it might be making films. It might just be self-improvement, general self-improvement, just becoming the best version of yourself. It might be being more productive. It might be studying. It might be 2 or 3 things. But the maximum is 3 things. I think you can only focus on 3 things at a single time. I think any more is just, you're either lying to yourself or you're suffering at all of them. You know, you can't, there's only a certain amount of energy that you have. There's only a certain capacity that you can work. So I think it's about placing your energy, being smart, playing a game, playing life like the game of chess, knowing, okay, I have a certain amount of energy. So if I want to get this goal, if I want to achieve this outcome of being the best basketball player in the world, I need to spend as much time as possible on that goal, on these steps, on the training, on the diet, the practice, the learning, having a mentor, whatever it may be, anything and everything that gets you towards your outcome, your dream goal, your dream vision. That is what you should focus on. That is the only thing that you should focus on. Because the more things you focus on outside of your one particular craft, the more you're going to get lost. This doesn't mean stopping exercise to just focus on grinding and working on your business. No. I think there are certain things that you should do, like exercising, like being fit. So if my goal is YouTube, just YouTube. I've tried this before, just spending all my time making videos and editing. But the progress wasn't actually that good. I made the most progress when I had this like split of almost 80% of my time on YouTube videos and then 20% of my time on general life, going to the gym, exercising, talking to friends, going out as well, which is not a bad thing. But you see, even if it was 50-50, then I'll start to see almost the results kind of suffer. But as soon as it's in the majority, 70% of my time spent on my number one goal in life, and then 30% spent on entertainment too, watching a movie, fine. Spending time with friends, talking to family, eating, going out, going to the beach, whatever it may be, whatever provides you with this rest as well. I think that's so important. So consistency lies in obsession. Being obsessed, like the greats, like Michael Jordan, like Steve Jobs, like Bill Gates, like Khabib, anyone you want to name, Conor McGregor, anyone in any space who just achieved outstanding levels of success. That is who you should model. You should model how these guys spend their time. You should model how consistent they are and their mindset and their discipline. So I'm Dan. I make videos like these every single day. If you like this video, definitely subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. You got this, bro.